Hello friends, welcome to my channel Creating Essence. I am Megan and I'm glad you're here today. It is the first Wednesday in May. It is the first Wednesday of the month, which is when I do my Wellness Wednesdays. Today is actually the first Wednesday of the month, and I typically publish my videos at 7 a.m. Eastern Time on whatever day they're going up. And here it is after 3 p.m. on the day I should have published this, and I'm just now sitting down to film it. I wasn't going to do this one. I wasn't. I was going to skip it entirely, figure nobody would notice. It's probably one of those things that you don't want to do it because it needs to be done the most. On Wellness Wednesdays, I usually talk about my health, my physical health, my weight loss journey. That's kind of the elephant in the room. I update everyone on how things have been going over the last month. And then we have an awesome chat in the comments, encouraging each other what was discussed, and we discuss so much more. I love it. I love the discussion in the comments of these videos more than the videos themselves. Absolutely. So that's probably why this one needs to be done even more. April stunk. The first half of the month was really good. It was really good. I was exercising regularly, doing really fantastic with my nutrition. And then on the 15th, I took my 6-year-old son to his 6-year-old checkup. If you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, I've talked a bit about it. He has chronic health issues. We don't know why. Doctors don't like to even listen. For 6 years, I've felt like people were closer to calling me in for Munchausen by proxy than actually pursuing what could be wrong with my kid. This was a new doctor. No one special, just a family practitioner that is local, that was recommended because we'd kind of had enough of our pediatrician we've been seeing for the last 3 years. And this doctor did the unthinkable. He listened. He said, yep, sounds like something's really wrong here. He admitted he wasn't sure, but he wanted to do some blood work to check some things, and he thought that the best next step would be endocrinology. That's more than any doctor has done for us in 6 years. I was not prepared for how that was going to change things, and not even in a horrible way. Actually, in good ways. We've gotten referrals, we've seen specialists, we've gotten answers, even if some answers are what is not going on, negatives that tell us what it's not. We're actually being listened to for the first time in 6 years, and that is amazing. But I was not prepared for what that was going to mean, how it was going to change things for us. And I'm not even being like dramatic. I mean like appointments 2 to 3 times a week, driving all over the place. This sitting on pins and needles waiting for the lab to call with test results sort of things. Just an enormous added level of stress. My progress kind of stopped. Those good couple of weeks at the beginning of the month kind of came to a halt. And then at the end of the month was our sweet Rainbow Solomon's birthday. I will leave the video linked that I did last year on his birthday in the info box below in case you care to see details. He is our rainbow. He was born after our son Asher, whom we lost in the 2nd trimester. I always get very sentimental on my kids' birthdays, but the night before Solomon's birthday, I started having panic attacks. I don't know why, but it was rough. It was really, really rough. That was 2 weeks ago. It's gotten better. I have better days for sure. I've mentioned it a lot of times before, But to reiterate, I've dealt with anxiety and depression from my earliest memories, crippling anxiety and depression. And I am so much healthier than I used to be. But I still have struggles. I still have very big struggles. And right now I'm struggling. And that's where my health is. I am digging in deep to survival mode, making it through every day, still being an amazing mom and an amazing wife, working my hardest to be those things for the people around me, because sometimes that's all I have, because I have to focus on something outside of myself and outside of what I'm struggling with internally to get through that minute or that day. I haven't stepped on a scale. I don't want to step on the scale. Most days I don't even want to eat.
This is blinking back here.
It's because it's running. Love you. And I know this is a lot different than I usually focus on or talk about or post for Wellness Wednesday. But I feel like the reason that it's probably the most important for me to share is because, ironically, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I'm sharing all of that. And then, as I usually finish out these videos, what do I plan to do moving forward? How do I plan to improve? Well, number one, making sure that I'm drinking plenty of water and my nutrition is excellent, not just good, because my mental health is so much better when my nutrition is very pure. I'm using various essential oils, diffusing and both topically throughout the day and night as needed to help me deal with things. I also use an herbal tincture called Rescue Remedy that you just put a couple drops under your tongue and it helps with the on-the-spot panic stuff. And I'm gonna keep talking. I talk to my husband. I talk to a good friend, and I keep talking and being honest about my feelings, and it's what I do, and that's what I'm going to keep doing, and we're going to get through this. In 2015, I was diagnosed with PTSD, and I know these things can come around in waves, and I know that processing and recognizing triggers or not, but processing and continuing to be honest and open and moving forward and having great support is how I deal. And this is how I'm going to keep dealing. And if you're wondering about all of my son Aaron's health stuff, if you're watching this shortly after it goes up, on Saturday we're having a live stream talking about what's going on and what's coming up with his health issues, among other things. But we're going to make sure we cover that. If we've already had it, I will put a link to it in the info box below in case you'd like to see it. But that's what's going on with me lately. That is May's Wellness Wednesday. Thank you so much for sticking around today, friends. I don't care how well I do or don't know you. If you struggle with anxiety or depression or any kind of mental health struggle, I am here for you. Go to my Instagram, go to our Facebook page. They're always linked in the info box below, and reach out to me. And even if all I can do is say, I'm sorry, that's rough, I see you, I'm happy to do that, because I know it's hard, and I know sometimes just being seen and heard is what gets you through. Bye-bye, friends.